Welcome to Summers TV, welcome to Summers News. This is Chris Summers. Have a lot of exciting things to talk about because the city of Philadelphia is amazing. A lot of things happening right now. For example, today we have NKCDC. One of my premier investment strategies is wherever they go, follow. They're moving into the heart of Kensington. They have some incredible apartments available, beautiful, at a very low price. I think we'll want to hear about that. Further, we have Alan Dong. Technology, Philadelphia, finally coming together. Some amazing improvements happening. How is that going to improve the city? We'll find out. Third, we have Sandy Smith, premier journalist. What's happening in the River Wards? I think we'll get a nice sneak peek in terms of what's happening there with Sandy. Before we jump right into our main story, there's a couple very interesting topics that we want to share with you. First is protected bike lanes. Well, what are they? The initiative has begun from 45th to 34th Street on Chestnut. It's part of the Mayor Jim Kenney's initiative. We'll see how that goes. Second, Rebuild Philadelphia is underway. Huge initiative, $700 million plus. It's going to transform the city. Third, I-95 cap is approved. It's funded. The waterfront is here to stay with some amazing initiatives. Our main story today is people helping people, and that's with the NKCDC. There are amazing initiatives which have helped rebuild the Frankfort Avenue corridor, and now they're moving their headquarters to the heart of Kensington. I spent the whole day with them. We're going to learn more about their initiatives. So here we go. Let's just dive right in to see what they're doing and meet the people involved. Here we are at the Orinoco Civic House, which is very close to the corner of Kensington and Somerset Avenue in the heart of Kensington. A beautiful new building here with the NKCDC.
Orinoco, where we are today, which was a vacant, abandoned building, was one of the key aspects of starting that plan. Taking a huge, vacant, horrible building and making it into from a community liability to a community asset.
It's an amazing project here. Can you tell us a little bit how this came about in the first place? What was the main catalyst, for us to be here today?
This neighborhood is one that has suffered from a lot of disinvestment in the last several decades. And we did a community plan for the north of Lehigh area. And this building was one of the things that came out of that. People in this community felt that they needed affordable housing and they needed something to revitalize the neighborhood and to be able to create jobs and have an affordable place to live.
The way that NKCDC works in communities starts with our community engagement team. They are kind of our eyes and ears in the community. We have a homeownership team which helps people fix their credit, be able to buy houses. We also help people to make sure they don't lose their houses. We have a foreclosure team that all it does is stops foreclosures and hopefully helps the family get back on their feet and keep their house.
And if someone, whether it's a realtor that wants to refer a buyer to a home buying seminar, my understanding is they might be coming to this new location. Absolutely. How does someone get connected to when the next round might come, when they're ready?
So once a month, usually it's the first Saturday of each month, we have a 4-hour session and they'll get their certificate of achievement. During these workshops, we generally have a realtor speaking, we have a lender speaking, we'll have either a home inspector or a home insurance professional speaking. To register for one of those classes, you must do it through our website. And then also on our website, any current down payment assistance programs, that's generally where you're going to find it, and that is where you need to request the appointments.
We have a very strong relationship with Conrail so that we're fixing the areas that go through this neighborhood. So we've put fencing up, they've put fencing up, we've cleaned vacant lots. The city is leading a very strong effort to clean up Gurney Street. and we have been working with them and supporting their efforts. One of the things we're really working on now is having a trauma-informed approach to community development.
Being a proponent of home ownership also, or a big proponent, how many people, or is it kind of hard to say, you really have become homeowners, as part of the counseling, the homeowner seminars, which we did one together at my office years ago.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, it was. Thank you for coming out. To me, it probably seems like a large number.
Without being able to give you an exact number, it has been 1,300 new homeowners in the last 5 years. I can tell you, about a year into my career at New Kensington, I picked up my extension on my phone, and instead of a voice, I just heard this jingling sound, and I was like, "Hello, this is Lori, can I help you?" And they're like, "Lori, you hear that? That's the keys to my new home that you helped me get in."
That's a beautiful sound.
Yes, it is.
Beautiful.
NKCDC is here because we are invested in this community, and we want to show the residents of this community that we're here in this with them, and we want to do better for the neighborhood.
Wow, the NKCDC, what an amazing group of people. What they're doing to really help the city is simply incredible. I look forward to having them back in my office to talk about home ownership. Speaking of amazing, let's see what Alan Dom is up to. City councilman, we know he has a lot of great ideas about improving the city, infrastructure, and technology. So let's just dive right into that. Hey Alan, how you doing?
Thank you, Chris. Welcome to City Hall, Chris.
Alan, could you give us some advice and your insights on what Philadelphia really needs to make our city a 21st century city and be one of the best cities in the United States?
Thank you, Chris. I guess the biggest area we need to focus on as a city, in my opinion, is in the area of technology. And I want to cite some statistics, Chris, for you that came out of the Pennsylvania Economy League, really. And it said in the last 14 years, 25% of all jobs created in the Philadelphia area were in technology. 25%, 1 out of 4 were in tech. Pretty amazing. It also said that 1 out of 3 jobs in technology do not require a college degree. And that's important for Philadelphia. And it also said that we have tremendous opportunity in Philadelphia to grow our tech space. And it also said that the average income of a tech job is $39,000 higher than any other job that we could possibly generate. Pretty amazing stuff. And what's so powerful about this information, Chris, is that in Philadelphia, in the last 10 years, we've had 100,000 millennials move here. They're the ones buying a lot of the homes. In the last 12 months, we've had the highest percentage of millennials of any major city move to Philadelphia. And they're moving here for several reasons, but one of the major reasons they're moving here is because we are in the top 25 cities, one of the most affordable cities in the United States. So the housing cost is very, very affordable. But let me talk about tech a little more. Why is that so important? The economic job multiplier, Chris. The economic job multiplier means for every job you create in one area, how many more jobs are created? When we hire somebody in the Port of Philadelphia, the economic job multiplier is 1 to 1.6. When we hire somebody in tech, it's 5 to 1. For every 1 job in technology, we create 5 more jobs throughout our economy. It's the highest economic job multiplier we can possibly do. We need to connect high school graduation with the business community so people get jobs right out of high school. Not everyone has to go to college to get employment. There are plenty of jobs that don't require a college degree, and technology, 1 out of 3.
Thank you, Alan, for sharing your knowledge and your insights. I couldn't agree with you more that technology and education are the main 2 facets that are really important for the city of Philadelphia to grow. Look forward to hearing more about these initiatives and really seeing them in action, to see the next steps and those results.
Thank you for having me here today, Chris.
Thank you, Alan. Now we're going to jump into what Sandy has to say with Sandy Says. Sandy is one of the premier journalists in the city of Philadelphia. I read all of his articles. He has some insights for us of one of our favorite areas, favorite parts of the city, which is the river wards.
my favorite residential developments in the River Wards are the homes being put up by Red Oak Development. They did a marvelous renovation job on the Parish House, and those rusty buildings over on Emerald and Arizona Streets are like nothing else I've seen. River Wards Group is doing some great stuff here too. They're a little more familiar in their architectural style, but they pack a lot of nice features into their homes. Some of my favorite businesses in the River Wards are along Frankfort Avenue, which is a paradise for those who love to eat. If you're an ice cream lover, you must check out Little Babies and try some of that Earl Grey Sriracha ice cream, like nothing else you've ever tried. The organizations in the River Wards have been doing a great job of, balancing redevelopment with community needs, and I don't think that they need to change what they're doing much at all. NKCDC, they're doing a great job also when it comes to accommodating the need for affordable housing alongside the redevelopment. If you ask me, I couldn't think of a thing they need to do differently here.
What Sandy says, people listen, so reach out to us with your question so we can see what Sandy says with that. Subscribe to our channel, like our video, ask those questions, bring them to us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
My name is Peter Matson. If I were spending $1,000 in rent, how would I convert that to spending $1,000 on a mortgage so I can invest that money toward owning something for real?
Peter, that's a very good question. I think it always gets back to why rent when you can own. So if you're paying $1,000 of rent a month, the money is just kind of going to a landlord. So why not have it go to you, building equity? That can basically correlate to maybe a $200,000 home, give or take. And we would look through all these great neighborhoods that we talk about on Summers TV to see which one best fits your preference and your lifestyle. We're wrapping up this episode. Please, as always, reach out to us. Let us know what you think about what you saw here today. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, reach out to us on our channels, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We look forward to hearing from you and seeing you on the next episode of Summers TV.
The Summers. Real people, real dreams, real estate.